Hey, what's going on YouTube? Chimas55 here, and today I'm going to be doing an updated deck profile on my Macro Rabbit deck. A lot has changed since last time I showed the build. I made a lot of improvements based on your comments that you left me, which I appreciate. And yeah, so right now the deck is built for the September 1st, 2013 ban list. Didn't really hit this deck at all, which I was relieved because I saw some fake ban lists that said they were going to limit Rabbit, which made me a little nervous, but thank God they didn't. And yeah, I think next format's going to be pretty fun, but we'll probably leave that for another video. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the deck profile. So to kick things off, we got the clear choices: 2 Rescue Rabbit, 3 Sabersaurus, and 3 Cabazals. You need to run these cards for the deck. They're basically the main cards of the deck. So, help you get off all your rank 4 plays. Moving on, we've got 3 Hydreigon. Like I said, this is a preference card. Like I said in my last video, you can run either 3 Hydreigon or 3 Dracwaiba. Depends if you want more attack power, but you risk losing the effect if Macro's out. Or you can have Gwaiba and get out another monster even if Macro's out, but you won't get to attack. I'm more of a attacking player, so I'm more for Hydreigon, and you still get off the same Lance plays with it as you do with Gwaiba. Moving on, I've got 1 Fossil Dyna I'm maining, mostly because last format this was a really important card because special summoning was such a big deal, and it still is. I have a feeling next format too, but this slows down your opponent's decks, and it's honestly a really good card to main, I think. So I main it with 1 and I side another one. Moving on, I play 2 Thunder King Ryo. This card kills spellbooks. First game spellbooks I open with this card, they're basically screwed. And also its other effect is good, and overall it's 1900, kind of hard to run over. Just an awesome card overall. Moving on, I got 2 Tour Guide, sorry about that. Wish I had 3 Tour Guide. But yeah, easy rank 3 plays, not much to explain there. 2 card Cardi to add more draw power to the deck. Since you have so much back row in a Macro Rabbit build, it doesn't really hurt you to sit for a turn when you get to draw 2 cards, so running 2 cards is definitely good in my opinion. Moving on to spells, I got 3 Forbidden Lance. For your Hydreigon plays or Gwaiba plays, this card is a must and also saves your monsters just in case. So definitely a card I suggest running. Moving on, we got Heavy Storm and Dark Hole. I'm not maining Monster Reborn right now, but that's kind of a personal preference, because if you have Macro out, it's kind of dead draw, but if not, then it's Monster Reborn, so that's personal preference right there. Yeah, so moving on, 2 MST. You don't have to main MST, you could side it, but I main it because the people I play against mostly seem to be running back row. There's a lot of Evil Swarm players at my locals, so I main my MSTs. It's not a very back row heavy format, at least it wasn't before, but I have a feeling back row is going to make a reappearance, especially with 3 Mirror Forces now. So I'm running 2 MST. Now moving on to traps, we got a heavy trap lineup. I got 3 Macro. This is the main card, the star of the show. Great for banishing everything, make plays with Return and Leviair, and it's overall amazing. Definitely run 3, and it cripples decks like Mermels and Dark Worlds. Then I got 2 Bottomless, 2 Torrential, and 2 Compulse. I run Compulse over D-Prison because Compulse is good. Not much to explain. But I say definitely run those cards to stop your opponent. Then I run Solemn Brigade, and then 1 Mirror Force. I don't run 2 or 3 because I just feel it's not completely needed with all the other back row you have. And honestly, I'd rather run some other cards over more Mirror Forces. I had 2, but I took out 1 for the Fossil Dyna, which I feel like was a smarter decision. Then I got Phoenix Chain. I would run more, but there's not really space for it. If anything, I would drop I'm not sure what I would drop, but this is definitely a card I would consider bumping up to 2. then 1 return. Some people recommended dropping this card, but the reason I'm not going to is just how good this card is at winning games. You draw into this late game, set it, and then it comes back to your turn, or you can even do it during your opponent's turn to save yourself. This card can save you, this card can help you win the game. It is a must, in my opinion. And then finally, 1 Starlight Road, just because. That is the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck, we have 2 Evilzar Dolkas, obvious reasons why, and 2 Logias. Not much explaining to do there, just your clear obvious choices for cards in any Macro Rabbit deck. Then I have 1 Gaga Cowboy, which is a must, 1 Maestro, 1 Utopia, 1 Gemnite Pearl, 1 Photon Pauper Operative. Those are the rest of the rank 4s. Personal preference for you guys, but those are my choices. Now moving on to rank 3s, we got Windup Zenmains, Leviair. Leviair's a must. Tempo, Leviathan, and Acid Golem. Yeah, I'd say these 2 are the ones I go into most often. Leviair to reuse Rabbit, and Zenmains to as either a defender or to get over stuff that would be normally difficult to get over. So yeah, those are the rank 3s. And finally, 1 Stardust for Starlight Road. And I'm going to quickly go over my side deck. First, I have 1 number 85 Crazy Box. I'll go over that in a second, so I'll just put it over here. I have 2 Kaiku. This is more based on the Dragon format right now, so this isn't really for the next format. The other Fossil Dyna, 2 Electric Virus. This card's awesome. You can seal your opponent's Draco Sag, you can seal your opponent's E-Dragon. It's beautiful. Then for spells, I just mean my 3rd MST. And moving on to traps, I side Eradicator and Deck Devastation. And that's where Crazy Box comes into play. If my opponent's playing spellbooks, I already have my Thunder Kings in, and I'll also side in Eradicator and 85. So you can easy go into a rank 4 and then eradicate this and call spells. It's a pretty nasty play, and definitely something good to side. I also side my 2nd Mirror Force, a Mind Crush, a Needle Sealing for decks that spam. Some people question me on that choice, and that's why. Like 6 Sams, Needle Sealing is basically a 2nd Dark Hole. Chain Disappearance for certain decks, and Mind Drain. I'd probably drop these 2, not those 2, Needle Sealing and Chain Disappearance for Soul Drains if I had them, but I currently don't, so yeah, I'm running Mind Drains right now since this deck doesn't really run any hand traps or other cards that activate in the hand to stop them. So overall, that is the deck profile. So thank you guys for watching. Please tell me what you think, and yeah, that's it. Next time we do a deck profile, I'll probably be showing you guys my Mermail build. So thank you guys for watching. ChipMaster55 signing out.